Please welcome Nathaniel Parker. I must ask you about
that. Too often, so there you go.
OK, yes, don't say.
Maybe I should have brought that steak from that clip, actually, and he could have done something with it.
He could. I wouldn't trust him. No, not at all. It's stealing your thunder. Well, this is it. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Royal Marsden. In fact, I was talking yesterday to Sue Carroll, bless her heart, who's back on the show, still suffering from pancreatic cancer, but been given great treatment at the Royal Marsden.
It is
an institution that people revere and admire. You know, as much as anybody else.
As much, if not, well, as same as everybody else. It is an extraordinary place. It doesn't just treat people, it makes them feel better. Times which we all know, approach, but it's an extraudinary institution.
And you know, because your mum was in there.
My mum was in there. Yeah. My mother died a year ago and 2 weeks ago, roughly. Yeah. And she was there for a month at the end of her life, and rather extraordinarily, it was one of the most amazing months of her life, certainly of mine. I started off by being very frenetic, thinking, oh, my God, she can't... I want her in a private room, I don't want to be reward. And she settled me down and said, you know what, she'd been a national health GP all her life. And she said, no, I feel as though I'm in the right place. This is what it's about. This is what the National Health Service is for. It cares about the individual, and it's the whole circle is coming round.
What a thing to say.
Well, she was amazing, and the last bit of it was... I don't want to talk about too much, because I was practicing this in the car on the way here, and thinking about what can I say, and by the end of it, I was sobbing. And I thought, OK, I don't want to sob too much, because then she'd just feel like I was being silly. Because she was of that generation, don't talk about her too much. But she was, when she went, it was like a bubble of inspiration for me. And the people who looked after her, from the girl who would sweep the floor to Joe and Kelly, who looked after her, on a minute-to-minute basis, and to the head of the hospital, they all took an interest, they all cared, and they are amazing people in my life.
And this walk is in aid of...
That's what this walk is in aid of. Yes, 14 miles we walk.
From where to where?
There must be a bus, surely.
Where? I'll give you the fare. Yes, let me go by the bus.
From one Royal Marsden in Cromwell Road, no, Fulham Road in Chelsea, to the other in Sutton, South London. But 14 miles, I mean, honestly, they could ask me to do 24, 44,
When is it?
54.
When are you doing it?
We're doing it on Sunday.
And anybody can do it. Gary Lineker's doing it.
Gary Lineker's starting. He says, ready, steady, go. I don't know if he's actually going to be in it.
Oh, yeah. I see.
He's probably the fittest one amongst us.
Yeah.
I had a knee replacement just before Christmas. Just to feel part of the hip-hop generation.
Sorry, I
stole that from Radio 4, I think. But it's... yes, I did. I had a new knee. So I'm kind of tentative as to how far I'll really get with 14 miles. Hopefully... I was going to say hopefully it's downhill. Actually, I find it harder walking downhill. It sort of jars a little bit. But, no, I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, you'll have people on site who'll sort you out.
Well, I think so, yeah. Lots of them. And there'll be people in wheelchairs and stuff. I mean, frankly, I could say to them, please, knee, knee...
Can I live?
Or maybe I should get those boogie boards on the back of the wheelchairs and just... That's probably cheating, though, isn't it?
I think you're going to lose out here.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Can we talk about your work? That's a wonderful thing to do. I can't let you go without a couple of things. One, asking if one of my favourite programmes, Inspector Lindley, is ever going to appear again. Because you and Sharon Small were, you're required viewing, and they're always on satellite, so I quite like usually get one.
Yes. God, I wish we were paid for satellite. No, I don't know. I doubt it very, very much. I think they would have let us know if it ever was.
Shame, we enjoyed it.
We finished 3 years ago.
Doesn't feel like that.
Finished 3 years ago. It's quite a long time, isn't it? But we're doing... she's forged a fantastic career doing Mistresses, the naughty girl. And it felt very strange to me. I mean, the first couple of read-throughs I ever went to after working with her, I felt very lonely without Sharon. Because she was such a sort of stalwart. She was absolutely my crutch on it. It was brilliant.
Yes.
Not that that's what she was there for.
But
I mean,
you were a bit rotten to old Havers, though.
Only sometimes.
No, most of the time.
No, sometimes. I mean, I painted her flat without asking her and that kind of thing. Slightly arrogant, possibly. But, on the other hand, she did get to... she solved most of the crimes, as far as I can see.
We'll look forward to seeing you, if not in that, at least in Merlin, which I know you're coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathaniel Parker.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy. That was short.
Good luck when you walk.